Hey everybody, Bill 1911 here. Today we're going to have some fun. We're going to get to do something that women all over America have wanted to do for years, and that's turn the garden hose on my partner. Okay, so here's what we're going to try to do today. We're going to try to, A, entertain you a little bit. This should be fun to do, and we're also going to try and show you, or I should say try and give you a teaching aid to demonstrate to young hunters the concept of leading your target. So that's what this video is all about. Okay, since we clearly cannot point a gun at anybody, we're just not going to ever do that. We're going to tape the garden hose to this stock so that we can demonstrate some methods, okay? There are certain things about bird hunting with a shotgun that you're going to need to know. One of them is that you don't ever stop your swing. As you're leading your bird through your target, when you pull the trigger, bang, you keep right on swinging. If you stop when you pull the trigger, bang, I guarantee you you're going to shoot behind that bird every single time. So remember to swing through your target, all the way through. Alright, so this is going to pass for our shotgun. We're just going to tape this hose down to this stock with our duct tape, I hope. Stuff's tough.
Did you make that stock, Bill?
Yes, I did. I made that stock. I carved it from a block of wood many years ago and put a Mauser 30-06 action in it. It shot reasonably well. I was happy with this stock. So let's tape this thing down so we've got our gun ready to go. And that ought to do it. Okay, so here is our gun. And what I'm going to do is kink the hose like that so the water doesn't flow. And when I'm ready to take my shot at our target, which happens to be my partner, we should have a little fun. Okay, this is what's going to work for our shotgun. We should be able to get him nice and wet with that. Okay, I'm going to yell pull, and when I do, my partner is going to take off running, and we're going to do it a couple of times. The first one, I'm going to show you how when you stop swinging, you're going to miss the target. All right, so let's see if I can pull this off for you. Pull. See how that shot behind him? Okay, what went wrong? When I was shooting at my partner with the hose, I did two things. One, I stopped swinging to release the hose. The second thing I did is I did not lead my target. You're not shooting at where the bird is now, but where the bird is going to be in a couple of seconds. Okay, so let's try this again. All right. Pull. Let's do that one more time. I did a lousy job.
Are you get the whole stream?
Huh? I'm not sure. I didn't do a great job, I don't think.
Pause for a second. Let's take a look at it. Let's play it back. Can we do that?
Let's just do one more real quick.
Okay. I don't know how you panoramic it.
Yeah. I think I got to pull on you a little quicker.
Okay.
Okay, ready? Pull. There we go.
You gotta keep following me.
Yeah.
You gotta keep waiting me. You gotta
One more time.
You gotta show the.
All right.
I have to see the water.
Pull.
The whole time.
I'm trying to stay on you, but it's harder than you think.
Okay.
Because I'm wrestling the hose with one hand. I've only got one hand on stock. All right. Pull. I think we got it with that one.
Yeah, we got it. I think we're done.
Yep, I think you're right.
Oh. Whew. I'm soaked.
Hey, Bill 1911 here. We're going to talk a little bit now about about what it means when you hear the term 12 gauge, 410 gauge, 28 gauge, 20 gauge, 16 gauge. What does gauge mean? Well, back in the day, let's take a 12 gauge for example. you take 1 pound of lead and you divide it into 12 equal parts and roll it into a ball. And the diameter of that ball is how big 12 gauge is. 16 gauge, you divide the 1 pound of lead into 16 equal parts. Roll it into a ball, and however big around that is, that's 16 gauge. And that's all there is to it. Hey, Bill 1911 here. We're back, and I wanted to show you a little bit more about this subject. There are a couple of things that are pretty important. Now, we talked about outside when my business partner was kind enough to allow me to shoot him with a hose. Man, that was a lot of fun too. I enjoyed that. Okay, so I've got 3 drawings here. The first one is showing distance, okay? This is supposed to be you. I know, it's terrible. My drawing, I don't lay claim to being an artist. I know this is some of the worst art the world has ever seen. And so please forgive me. This represents a bird, a dove, okay, and this represents also the dove. Now, we talked about outside, when you're shooting at the bird with your shotgun, don't shoot where he is now. You're going to shoot where you think he's going to be a couple of seconds from now. Now you can see he's flying in one direction. This arrow points to the direction that he's going. Now, doves, believe it or not, are a very fast bird. They can fly about 45 miles per hour. They're pretty darn quick. So you're going to shoot over here where you expect him to be. And you're going to lead him 2 or 3 lengths of the bird. Okay, if the bird is 8-10 inches long, then you're going to be shooting in front of him 20 to 30 inches. Okay. So as he's flying, now this is at 50 meters. So on our next drawing, okay, we're going to show something else. Now this one shows if you're shooting at a bird that's 50 meters away, okay, you're looking at 2 to 3 bird lengths of lead. Okay, you want to lead him by that much. Well, what if he's further out? What if he's at 100 meters? Well, now it's 4 to 6 lengths. But there is another problem that takes place, okay? And this is what I'm going to show you in this last one. And this is called shot compression or shot decompression. When the shot leaves the barrel of the gun, okay, it's inside of a plastic cup. As that plastic cup flies forward, it opens up, okay, and falls away from the shot, and the shot keeps going. But as the shot keeps going, it starts to spread. Well, in the first few feet, it's so tight together that if you hit a bird with it that close, you're not going to have any bird left, literally. I mean, I've actually seen that happen. Okay, so don't shoot at them if they're too close, and you'll need to get a feel for what's too close and what isn't, okay? So I've drawn 10 little spots inside this circle to illustrate the shot. You see, this circle is bigger. There are still 10 dots in there, but you can see the amount of space between the dots. This one that's way out here also has 10 dots in it, but you can see there's lots and lots of space between it. So what that means is your shotgun has an effective range, a range where it's going to be effective and a range where it isn't going to be effective. Try not to shoot really long shots. Okay, if you're trying to shoot something that's 100 meters away, believe me, this is real shaky whether you're going to hit him at all. Okay, you might just have the shot fly all the way around the bird and never touch him. But what's worse is you might hit him with 1 or maybe 2 of those itty-bitty lead BBs, and it doesn't hit him hard enough to kill him right away. So we don't want our game to fly off someplace and die in pain. We always want to respect our game. We always want to make sure that if we're going to kill the game, that's fine, but kill it cleanly, okay? For me, that's something that's very important. So 50 meters, I would say is about, that's about right. That's going to be about average, between 30 and 50 meters out. That's where you're going to want to shoot your dove. Your shot pattern is still tight enough together that you'll get him solid, but it's not so compressed that it hits him like a hammer and cuts him in two. My best friend and I were out hunting one time, and we had a dove come straight at us. Well, my eldest brother was hunting with us, and at that time he wasn't as experienced a bird hunter as my best friend or I were. So the bird kept getting closer and closer and closer, and my best friend and I are both thinking to ourselves, shoot any time now, shoot. And so he waited way too long, and just before he pulled the trigger, he tightened up, and so we knew he was going to shoot, and my friend Bill says, no! But it was too late. So he shot, and it literally blew the bird right out of the middle and left nothing but its wings fluttering down, okay? So at that point, we didn't get to harvest the bird. So to me, that wasn't respectful to the bird. It was an accident. He didn't mean to do it. Didn't realize that it would do that to him. But so you want to be aware. Don't shoot them if they're too close, and don't shoot them if they're far away. Well, I hope this video has been helpful, and most of all, I hope it was entertaining to you, especially the part with the garden hose outside. Hey, if you've enjoyed this video, if it's been helpful to you and entertaining, please don't forget to hit the like button, and by all means subscribe. And when you're done with that, come and visit us at askbill1911.com.